Welcome, I'm Amanda Furby, owner of the Herb Shop. Today we're here to talk about 9 tips on ethically harvesting or wildcrafting. Number 1, know and respect your plants. Ask them permission if it's okay to harvest. This is something that's important when it comes to harvesting. You want to make sure that you are respecting the plants and asking their wisdom. Sit down, they'll listen, they'll give you an answer.
Hi, my name's Claire Porter and I'm the intern coordinator and the events coordinator for the Herb Shop. Number 2, know your state laws. This is important because sometimes, depending on where you're harvesting, you're not allowed to harvest a certain plant. Like, for example, California poppy, which if you're in California, you're not allowed to harvest because it is the California state flower. However, it'd be fine to do it in Oregon. So make sure you know the laws that pertain to the plants that you want to gather, depending on where you're gathering them.
Hi guys, I'm Vicki. I work at the Herb Shop over on Mississippi. Number 3 is using the best harvesting method for each plant. So obviously coming out knowing what your plant is, how to harvest it. Some things have thorns, some are really viney, growing from the ground up or growing from trees. Different berries or different spiny plants, you're going to want to use different tools. Maybe you'll collect them with your hands, maybe you'll need clippers. So making sure that you have all the tools that you need is really important, and how to go about harvesting each plant. Also, ethically harvesting, so how much to take from a certain field, or knowing if you can take the mother plant, is that going to endanger the other plants around it, what the ecosystem is and how they're all working together. So it's just really important to know your environment and how to collect each one.
Number 4, don't overharvest. This is very important so that you know exactly how much you need when it comes to harvesting. Are you going to make a tincture? Are you going to make an oil? Are you going to make a salve? Only take what you need. Leave the rest for others as well.
Number 5, knowing your plants and how to process them is really important. Also making sure that what you're harvesting is in abundance and it's not endangered. So there are a lot of plants that are being over-processed all over the world, actually, quite a few that we don't even sell at the Herb Shop or only sell for certain prescriptions because of this reason. Making sure when you go to harvest that there are fields and fields of nettles and not just 3 or 4. You only want to take what nature has to offer to you and not anything more than what you need. It's really important so that these plants can keep thriving, so that we can keep harvesting.
Another step that I'd like to review with you is step number 6, which is knowing your location. This is similar to the second step of knowing your state laws. It's that sometimes, depending on where you are, you may need a specific permit, or you may need to be aware of pollution that might be affecting the plants that you're harvesting, or use, such as if it's a park, if it's a public park, are dogs walking around, children. It all just depends on where you're harvesting. It's really important to know your location. So if you want clean, ethically harvested plants, scope your location out first and make sure you know that it's not going to have pollutants in it, or that you don't need a permit, or that you're not on someone's private property.
Number 7, harvest with intention. It's important to know what you're going out to harvest or in search of. Oftentimes you come across other things and you can harvest those as well, but just sit with the plant and know what your intentions are for that plant. Again, will you go into make a tincture, a salve, an oil? Know what your intention is. This is important. And again, only take what you need.
The next to last step I'd like to review is step number 8, leave no trace. It's really important when you're out harvesting plants that you look behind you when you leave an area where you've collected plants to make sure you haven't left any trash behind, or even large potholes where plants can easily, like weeds, can easily sprout. So it's really important, after you've collected your magic plants from the park or wherever you're at, to look behind and make sure you haven't left any trash or any potholes.
So our last rule of thumb is number 9, be one with nature and leave an offering. It's a really special gift for us to be able to come out and harvest the plants, making sure that you are here and present with them and that you also have something to give to them. An offering can be something as simple as singing them a song, or just having a moment with the plant and offering them a part of your energy or your spirit. Some people like to leave a physical offering, maybe a little strand of hair or maybe a flower that you've been carrying around. You can build an altar in front of the plants if it's something that really calls to you, but making sure that you're not just taking and you're giving back is really important. So leave an offering.
Thanks for listening to us talk about ethical wildcrafting and harvesting. For more information, stop by and see our crew at the Herb Shop or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.